8 years passed. 8 long years with no answers, no sightings, no trace of D.B. Cooper. Until one quiet afternoon in 1980, on the banks of the Columbia River, a little boy named Brian Ingram changed everything. He wasn't searching for clues. He wasn't thinking about D.B. Cooper. He was just a kid, digging in the sand with a plastic shovel. But destiny has a strange way of revealing itself. Because under the sand, wrapped in rotten rubber bands, pressed together like bricks of forgotten memory, lay $20 bills. Bills that the FBI had memorized. Bills that belonged to D.B. Cooper. Bills that vanished with him into the night sky. For the first time since the hijacking, a real, physical piece of the mystery surfaced. The FBI rushed to the riverbank. Agents marked the area, carefully examined every inch, wondering, did Cooper land here? Did he drown? Did he drop the money by accident? Or did he leave it on purpose? The bills were decayed, weathered by years of mud and water, yet still recognizable. This wasn't an answer. It was a new question, one that shook the entire investigation. Because if money was here, then where was Cooper? Alive? Gone? Or hiding closer than anyone ever imagined? Agents gathered around maps, measuring river flow, calculating how far the money could have drifted. If the cash was found here, did that mean Cooper landed close by? Or had the river carried the bundles for miles? Theories spread like wildfire. Some agents believed Cooper died that night. They imagined him falling through the cold storm, crashing into the dark forests, lost forever beneath trees and time. Others argued the opposite, that Cooper survived the landing, hid the money, and later abandoned a portion to mislead investigators. But one thing bothered everyone in the room. The ransom bills didn't spread across the river. They were found in one tight cluster, as if someone buried them intentionally. And that single detail, one tight cluster, kept the legend alive. Because if Cooper buried some of the money, then he walked away from that jump alive. While the FBI tried to make sense of the money, rumors began spreading. Rumors that Cooper didn't run far. Rumors that he stayed close, hidden in plain sight. Eyewitnesses claimed they saw a man, quiet, well-dressed, never staying long, never giving his name. A man who walked into small towns with confidence, but left before anyone asked questions. A man who paid in cash. Always cash. Some said he lived in a cabin deep in the woods. Others said he blended into city life, working jobs that kept him invisible. But one story stood above the rest. A story whispered by locals near the river. A stranger came through town. A man in a black suit. Even in the rain, even in the mud, as if the storm didn't scare him at all. Was it Cooper? No one could prove it. No one dared follow him. No one ever saw his face clearly. But one thing was undeniable. Wherever the legend went, the man in the shadows followed. Watching, listening, staying one step ahead. The truth wasn't that D.B. Cooper vanished. The truth may be that he simply kept moving. Months after the money surfaced, another discovery shook the case. Deep in the Washington woods, hikers found something caught in the branches, a torn parachute. But was it Cooper's? The FBI moved fast, surrounding the forest with search teams, marking trees, studying angles, trying to understand how someone could land here in the middle of a storm. The fabric was old, weathered, but intact enough to raise suspicion. Some agents believed it was a training chute, discarded long before the hijacking. Others disagreed, because the location, the condition, and the timing all lined up too perfectly with Cooper's jump path. And so the forest became a battlefield of theories. Did Cooper land here? Did he cut himself loose and walk away? Did he bury the rest of the money nearby? Every branch they examined, every footprint they traced, every angle they measured, only deepened the mystery. Because the forest was silent, still, untouched, as if someone landed, didn't panic, didn't run, but walked out calmly like a man who already planned his escape. And once again, D.B. Cooper felt less like a fugitive and more like a ghost. Then came the man who changed everything and nothing at all. His name was Dwayne Webber, an older man, quiet, unremarkable, until his final days. On his deathbed, he whispered to his wife, "I'm Dan Cooper." The words spread fast, through his family, through his town, and finally, to the FBI. Investigators rushed to compare details. Webber knew things only the real hijacker could know. Small details, hidden details, facts never made public. He knew the flight number. He knew how the ransom bags looked. He described the aircraft interior with uncanny accuracy. His handwriting bore resemblance to the hijacker's note, and he once took secret trips to the same riverbank where the money was found. Was he telling the truth? Or was it the final fantasia of a man seeking meaning in his final breath? Some agents believed him, others dismissed him, but one thing was clear, even decades later. The legend of D.B. Cooper was powerful enough to pull confessions from the shadows. Real? Fake? Or something in between? The truth slipped through their fingers again, just like the man who vanished into the storm.